You should know who I am. My name is Antoinette. I'm one of the founders of WEOP. Welcome for coming here this evening. And we're just gonna get the show on the road and start networking. Mary, you want to say hi as
I'm
well?
Mary Nabar. Hello, everybody. I'm co-founder of WEOP. I work directly with Antoinette. Nice seeing everybody.
Okay. And Inez and Latasha's behind the scenes. So we're gonna turn it over to Inez so we can kind of get started. We will be watching the chat. So if any of you ladies want to say anything in the chat, share information, make a comment, say wow, clap, please use the chat to network. Okay. So Inez, I'm gonna turn it over to you.
All right, thank you. Hello, good evening. Here we go, 5 o'clock. Hopefully everyone's home from work or just got out of work. So my name is Inez Rosales. I live in New York. I'm originally from New Jersey. And what brings me here is I love organizations when it's all about women helping women, people helping people, but especially women coming together. So my role, my full-time job, I'm a traffic anchor at the local Fox station here in New York City. So my job is to make sure people get to work, don't get stuck in traffic, or try to make it subways, buses, whatever it is, you make sure they get to work on time early in the morning. So I wake up at 2:30 in the morning, get going. The show starts at 4:30 every day. So that's kind of my morning routine. And then everything else, it's basically balanced. I do have a little side business. I have an Etsy shop. I make bracelets. So that's kind of my side gig, which I should be on it more and more. But I was telling Antoinette, this is going to sound crazy. I get scared of being successful with this business and not being able to handle it. So I should be out there more and doing things more, but I'm afraid of those mistakes of, oh, I didn't do my taxes right, or I didn't do an order, I have a customer complaining, but that's kind of part of doing business. And, you get a little bit of imposter syndrome of like, am I a businesswoman? I'm not a business owner, but these are just things that I get caught up with. I don't know if other people kind of get those little things or something similar where they end up getting caught up with those. So that's what brings me here. Amongst friends, my personal friends as a business owner that's helped me is that we share notes. It doesn't matter if we have similar businesses, whether an Etsy shop or selling bracelets, but us sharing our successes, our hurdles, it's helped us in so many ways. And I hope we can share that here in this room. And I feel like that's what WEOP is, where we can share everything, where we might be struggling. I may be struggling in something. Someone else shares their story or their experience, and maybe that'll help me, or vice versa. It's a win-win for all. And that's how I feel like the universe and the world should be. There is no competition. How many pizzerias and hair salons do you see in a mile radius? There's plenty to go around. There's a lot to do. And especially as women, we can help each other get through this. So on behalf of WEOP, Women's Entrepreneurial Opportunity Project, Inc., we welcome everyone to our weekly call. I am honored to be here and be your host for the next few weeks. So we are listening to our members, and this call is back. During COVID-19, we had these regular calls, and then we started doing the meetings in person, and we didn't do virtual calls, but the membership kept growing. We now have members in other cities. So hello to everyone all joining us from different cities. Put in the chat, tell us what city you're from. Let's see who we have here in our group, not only Atlanta, obviously New York, New Jersey here, but our membership. So it's growing. We have members all over. So if you're not familiar with WEOP, basically this organization launched in 1999 and it is going strong. We are a membership organization with a lot of benefits. So visit the website, WEOP.org, and you can get idea of those membership benefits. Members benefits are classes, training, cohorts, special events. Hello, Southern California, Atlanta in the house, New York, a lot of Atlanta. Yes, love that. A lot of East Coast. So members are welcome to attend. But go to the website and you can learn more about our membership and what you can get from this. You might be very interested and might learn a lot, whether you join our membership or just look at the free event. So such a pleasure seeing all the beautiful faces there. And don't be shy. Turn your camera on. Don't worry. You're in a safe space. No judgment or anything. Go ahead and turn it on. It's okay. So thank you for joining us today and being part of our network. So we have Antoinette, Marianette, and then Latasha. She is going to be taking care of us. She is our technical director, aspect, guru, everything. She's going to make sure things go smoothly. We need one of those. There's going to be our Wizard of Oz kind of behind a curtain there, although we can see her. So what are we going to accomplish with these calls is basically like-minded women, men too, I'm sure are invited, whichever one, but like-minded people who can become valuable contacts or collaborators. Again, it's a win for us, all of us. We can share business opportunities, information, resources, sharpen your skills, gain some knowledge, can't go wrong, and just develop personally, professionally. You know, you might have a question about social media. Social media sometimes it changes so quickly, it can be a hurdle. And you might get an idea of what the algorithm is doing and how you can help your business go more. You know, it's from doing a picture, Instagram, you do a picture post. Now it's all about reels because they're competing with TikTok. So you might learn something new. Now TikTok started a shop, you know, so that might help your business in a way. So you never know. So stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of this going on in the future. And also, we want to hear about your successes. We want to hear about things that went great this week. Share with us those successes. You might be helping others, you know, help someone else feel empowered, inspired. So please give us your ups, your downs, everything. You're welcome to share whatever story you want about your business here. So we are a building community. So keep that in mind. It's all about your professional journey, your challenges, your successes. We want to be a supportive network for you all. So whatever tools we can help, especially help you excel in your field. And those, again, those obstacles, which are about my obstacles, you might have an obstacle that someone else might be like, oh, this is an easy fix. This is all you need to do. So you never know. So just put it out there and we'll see how it goes. So we just want to connect on this professional journey. So to set the tone for this call, we're going to talk about someone in history or even current that you might not know about. In this call, for example, we have Lena Walker. She is the spirit of our legacy of entrepreneurship. So we're going to dedicate our call to women who paved a way for this promising future. Now, who is she? She was born Maggie Lena Walker, and she is one of the foremost female business leaders in the United States. She became the first woman to own a bank in the United States. She also transformed Black business practices while inspiring other women to enter in the field. She was born in 1864. So this was like a long, long time ago, almost 200 years ago. So she started all of this by herself. She had joined, when she was 14, she joined the Order of St. Luke's, which was an African-American benevolent organization helping the sick and the elderly in Richmond. She also began publishing in 1902 with the organization's newspaper, the St. Luke Herald. And she encouraged African Americans in Richmond to harness their economic power by establishing their own institutions through the newspaper. So kind of like we're doing. We want to encourage your economic power in establishing your businesses. So right now I'm going to pass it over to Antoinette to give us a little more of what we're up to tonight.
Thank you, Inez, for providing such a great foundation. And just to echo what you said, is basically when we have our calls, we're going to dedicate them to a woman who's just paved the way. And we want to make sure that these calls are about sharing resources, information, creating a trusted community. So Inez, thank you for everything that you said, everything that you shared, sharing your journey. That's very important. And when we open up the call for introductions, we get more an idea of what our members want and what they're saying as well. But I want to begin our discussion this evening. We have Montez Diamond with us. She's a Region 4 advocate from the Small Business Administration, SBA. Everybody's familiar with the SBA. And there's a lot going on with women in business, from what is going on.
I'm in Long Island, New York, and
I'm sorry?
we work,
Wait,
I'm from India,
I think.
Okay.
and but I'm based here in New York, and I work.
Okay, thanks. There's a lot going on with women in business, including what's going on with the Fearless Fund, including what's going on with the SBA 88 program. And during our calls, we do want to discuss some challenges or issues as we share resources and information. So Montez has agreed to come online with us this evening. And just as a Region 4 advocate, Montez, I would like you, and Montez, who has been an avid WEOP supporter, she speaks for us, she supports us. So Montez, we want to thank you for all. She's also a business owner. She has a business called Conflict Cookie. So Montez, I want to applaud you on everything that you do to support women in business. And I'm going to just let you start the discussion. Before we get into introductions, start the discussion and let us know what's going on in the business landscape. And Hermes said, hi, Montez. So because there's a lot going on, and we need to, as we grow our businesses, we need to look at how be leaders, etc. So Montez, let us know what's going on with the 88 initiative and just the overall business landscape to make sure that we are informed aware and
Oh,
connect.
absolutely. For sure. Thank you so much.
And
For
I want you to begin by first telling us a little bit about your role at the SBA and a
Okay.
little bit about your business so people know who you are. They know who's in the house.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for allowing me to have opportunity to address everyone. It's great to see everyone. Thank you so much, Hermance, for the compliment. I definitely am a reflection of everybody in this room. Thank you so much, Deirdre. Hello to everyone. Inez, it's a pleasure to meet you as well. And thank you so much for continuing as small businesses to remain in your position of empowerment as we move forward, particularly during this very interesting legislative session, as well as we are embarking on some really interesting events politically or public policy wise. As the Region 4 advocate, I have an opportunity to serve as an advocate for 8 states. That includes Kentucky, Tennessee, the Carolinas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and Tennessee. So in that regard, I have an opportunity to connect small businesses to opportunities to comment on federal regulations that impacts you. Federal regulations can impact you in a number of ways. It can impact the manner in which your businesses are structured, how you receive revenue, how you go about hiring employees. Regulations are really important as it pertains to once legislation is passed. Regulations are then put in place to be able to, for lack of better words, regulate the manner in which the legislation is actually carried out. As it pertains to the 8A certification and the SBA, the reason why I can comment on various public policy issues is because although my office is housed within the SBA, we are not funded by the SBA. And we are an intra-governmental watchdog regulatory wise, and we help small businesses to make informed decisions. So within that vein, not sure if everyone on the call is familiar with the 8A program, but in the event that you are not, here's a short synopsis of it. The 8A program provides businesses with an opportunity to be able to take advantage of what is considered to be a federal government mandate. The mandate for the federal government is to be able to award at least 5% of federal contracting dollars to small disadvantaged businesses each year. However, this is being compromised primarily because a court in the Eastern District of Tennessee has decided otherwise. When you now attempt to apply to as a business to be considered for an 8A certification or taken into consideration to participate in the program, there is now an announcement on the website that is announcing that the SBA is no longer taking 8A certification applications. And they are no longer taking 8A certification primarily because of this. And it says it at the top of the actual screen. On July 19th, 2023, the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Tennessee enjoined SBA. They basically, someone has sued the SBA. Enjoined meaning that the SBA legally must follow this particular mandate from this particular court from applying a rebuttable assumption of social disadvantage to individuals of certain racial groups applying to the 8A Business Development Program. The SBA has temporarily suspended new 8A application submissions in order to comply with the court's decision. Thank you for your patience and interest in the 8A Business Program. Now, in the event that you're already a part of the 8A program, more than likely you have received some type of correspondence from the SBA that explains in detail what the next steps are. As a result of the court decision, now businesses must put together a particular narrative to actually prove even further that they are disadvantaged, right? So there's another rung, another hoop to have to jump through in order to do so. And then from my understanding, when you have to explain even more so, then that also places you in danger as well. Because now whomever is taking this into consideration, the SBA is going to have to take into consideration and now comb through information to ensure that they're abiding by this federal court's ruling. So with that being said, even as it pertains to my position as a regional advocate, I now have an opportunity to reach across the aisle to curry the opportunity to be able to now involve legislators at the table and other business stakeholders to ensure that businesses understand how you can take actionable steps to be able to represent yourselves. Whether or not that's the ability to actually go before various small business committees throughout your various representation within your states that you live in, general assemblies, you have that opportunity, and or forming coalitions, being a part of coalitions, so that you can be able to be in a position to understand the process and being a part of the process of drafting and understanding how to provide a response to ensure that your response can be taken seriously before legislators that can then be able to pass it, and then it can become an actual bill and written into law to protect your interests as business owners. So within that opportunity, thankfully, WEOP was always ahead of the curve, always participating in cutting edge solutions as it pertains to advocacy and whatever it is, that's right. Give them a hand clap for sure. It means a big deal because WEOP already has a coalition. And by WEOP having that coalition, I can now be able to create more tethers with other individuals that are part of other coalitions. And that's what's happening now. The work is being done now to be able to get behind this and create even more of a larger voice, because this is something you can't do in silos whatsoever, because nobody will take you seriously. Even as it pertains to the crafting of the legislation, that's when we have to call on have our various clearing calls of action, calling our most powerful of legislators to be able to put our interests before them and tell them exactly what we want and what we demand of them as they are in their position of duty to us as taxpayers and as owners of businesses that are the backbone of this nation. So I count it all joy that this is actually happening, because this, if nothing, actually helps business owners to understand how legislative processes can empower them. So I'm deciding not to focus on the negative things. I'm deciding not to focus on what may happen. I'm focusing on education. I'm focusing on how this can change somebody's life, how this will open up a business owner's eyes, how this will allow them to step away from the table in their daily duties while working in their business to understand just how powerful they are and being a part of the process to affirm what they're doing and to raise their voice in other manners.
I have a question for you, Montez. Do you think that the WSB and the EDWSB programs may be also under attack in the future because of what's going on?
I definitely would be mindful of that. I think that I believe that any and everything that's considered dealing with benefiting socioeconomic groups, allowing them to experience any type of furtherance, any type of positive impact, that it definitely is at risk.
And so what do you recommend for the entrepreneurs and women-owned businesses on the line right now to, call to action steps? What can we do?
As a call to action is to, for sure, participate. When WEOP provides their save the dates and information about participating in their coalition, to attend the coalition meetings, because of the coalition meetings, they'll be provided with further information to actually disseminate within your ranks that you can then share with other people to ensure that you don't get ahead of this. Because in the event that you step outside of what's happening and you're not properly informed, you're weakening your strategy and your position of influence. So definitely attend WEOP's coalition meeting so that you can receive further information.
Okay.
And or if you need something from me, you're more than welcome to reach out to me directly, and I'll put my contact information in the chat so that I can also keep you informed as to what I'm doing. And in the event that I have any type of events that you can attend virtually, I can send you that information as well so that you can be able to be informed, because so many people they just don't know. They don't understand that you don't have to be a member of the 8A program for this to impact your business. You know somebody who's involved in government contracting right now, and or who's a subcontractor who has some type of position that's impacted by the government. Therefore, everyone is involved in this.
Is there any of the ladies in line who have a question for Montez or a comment, or did you know that this was going on with the 8A, or is anybody online who's actually thinking or have 8A certifications? Please share. Mary, we can't hear you. Mary, unmute.
Montez, will they put down any federal regulations that we can stand behind, that would be posted, that we can speak on these policies that will impact the set-aside programs?
Well, right now, the only thing they really have posted is the court decision right now,
Okay.
and then the actual notice as it pertains to the fact that you can't apply for the application. That's the only thing that's posted right now.
Okay, so you think they may have any regulations coming through that we be able to have some input in regarding these issues that it will impact, because that's going to impact millions of dollars for small businesses. So usually put out federal regulations. So I guess we've been on the lookout for that, so we can have a say-so on what's happening with these rules and regulations, because they will impact everybody who has a small business certification.
That's what I'm looking for now. I'm specifically looking for regulatory information that speaks to being able to compete, having fair competition within the marketplace, because this impacts it directly, because that language is written all throughout the Build Better America plan, the infrastructure bill. That terminology is written within it. And this definitely is an affront to that. So I'm looking for any type of regulatory information that I can be able to connect to this particular cause to strengthen it and create even more synergy behind it.
Okay, and when you get that information, we'd be happy to, put it out and share it in our newsletters and make sure people will be informed about what's coming down the pipeline and what we have a say so in as well. So we keep us posted so we can share with everybody else.
For sure.
And similar to what you're talking with what's going on with the SBA, I'm sure that some of the ladies on the call heard about what's going on with the Fearless Fund,
Yes.
which is in a different kind of way, similar. Montez, could you provide an overview of what's going on with the Fearless Fund?
Right. So the Fearless Fund was sued by a conservative group as it pertains to the fact that it's a belief that in them providing their venture capital proceeds, that they're only providing it to a particular sector or particular group of people, and that's considered to be racist and or discriminatory. So that's why they were sued. And these are the various things that they are experiencing, which is all a part of, which is a snowball effect from the filing as it pertains to the decision regarding affirmative action from the Supreme Court.
Okay. Okay, that's very insightful information, and I think that not only as we operate our businesses, we do have to really think of ways that we can amplify our voices. And Hermes made a comment about once affirmative action was struck down by the Supreme Court, I knew this would follow. So these are things that are happening that now is so important for us to come together. We just can't take all the sitting down. And if we don't, I had a conversation with one of my state representatives this morning, and she's on a small business committee, and she was pointing out how there's so many few times that she even sees women of color come down and make comments. And that's why one of the things that we want to really stress with WEOP is that we do have to continue amplifying our voices to be heard, because it's going to tremendously impact our businesses. And when you start talking about taking away the set-asides for contract opportunities, we have to understand that is huge. That is extremely huge. The people that got in there and paved the way for these policies, they're now all being struck down. So those are things that we have to keep discussing and thinking about on the community level.
And I want to also add the Fearless Fund has sent around a petition through email that everybody needs to look out for a sign, or maybe you can Google it. But they have a petition you can sign through email, and you can sign a petition and add your signature and make comments to it. So the more signatures they receive, it shows that they have more backing when it goes to the courts. And so everybody look out. And when I find a link, I will share with everybody. I'll see if they're still circulating this petition around. But I signed it last week. So when I sign a petition, find it, I'll circulate it around to everybody who has not seen it or signed it.
Okay, great conversation. Anybody have any other input in terms of overall impact, long-term impact? Has anybody been involved in the policy specifically engaged? Anybody like to share? Anyone?
I did want to say to be mindful as business owners of how you build capacity with business owners that are a part of other ethnicities, so that they can also be a part of the conversation, because that is what will empower and embolden the legislation, so that it can be seen that there is a universal effect. Because there definitely is going to be a position as if, oh, well, this is only a problem within whatever sectors. This only is going to impact African American business owners, things of that sort. No, it impacts everybody. So if you know individuals, whatever nationality, it doesn't matter. This impacts all business stakeholders, and being able to have conversations with them, so that it's, hey, are you aware of this? And are you aware of the fact that there are things that we can do collectively to be able to benefit us all? Is the only way really the legislation is going to get passed.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we're so busy in our businesses, we're not thinking about all these things that are happening around us that we really need to be aware of. It's just so important. And Hermes, I know you can echo because you work on an international level.
Yeah, it's I work on an international level, but a lot of the organizations that I work with are funded by the US government. And so although they're internationally based, they receive support and funding. And so whatever regulations are passed here in the United States, it affects them directly. And that includes who they bring in for consulting, how you get the consulting gigs and all of that, who they hire. So it's the effect goes beyond just the US boundaries, right? It really is far reaching. And so it's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any
And
other?
can,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Antoinette, this is Tracy Smith. I just want to add, I know we were just talking the international, but as far as bringing it back to just the United States, which the banks are governed by OCC and federal regulations, it might be time to start calling banks out that are not providing equitable funding for small minority businesses. So, and you can view a bank's history and records through their CRA reports, the latest CRA reporting. I mean, it may be 3 or 4 years old, but at least it'll give you an idea of what that particular bank is providing, their community commitment, and how they're serving the communities that they provide service to. Are they providing those lending opportunities or grant opportunities and so forth? All that is in the CRA reports.
Tracy, can you introduce yourself and share a little bit about your role with the bank? That would be useful.
Yes, and again, I'm sorry. This is Tracy Smith, and I'm Community Development Officer at PNC Bank. And so I work, I'm fairly new to PNC, but very familiar with this space of community and economic development. So what I do basically is make sure that the bank is in compliance with the federal regulations, meaning that they are providing those business loans to minorities, or they're providing services to the low to moderate income communities, not just focusing on the affluent and so forth. And so, as of now, that is still a part of a law that was passed in 1977. I've heard that there's been, or some changes that have been proposed to that as well. But it is CRA Community Reinvestment Act, making sure that banks are reinvesting in their communities. And again, you can go into any financial institution and ask them for the report of their CRA performance.
So when you say call banks out, you're saying that the call to action for some of the entrepreneurs would be you're saying we could request the CRA reports or reach out? Because I know in federal government, they call it the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA.
Right. That's
So
correct.
you're saying a call to action might be that we reach out to some banks that don't have to inquire about the equitable funding.
Exactly. And I would start with their previous reports to see how they have been providing these services to communities, minority communities, and minority businesses, and so forth. And then adding that to the white paper, letting them know, even though this affirmative action has been struck down, we still expect for banks to do what is best for their communities and what is best for the customers that they serve, all of the customers. So
Mhm.
just a little insight and input for you.
And that's a good point because we can call to action with corporations, with anybody we do business with, and see if they have any type of implement any type of affirmative action policies going forward when they do business, or we do business with them as entrepreneurs. And look at the diversity and inclusion principles we're running their companies, and we should promote companies who promote us and who support our small businesses. And if we can't have equal support, then we should not do business with them. So we got to look at that as entrepreneurs, as far as our economic dollars behind certain corporations and businesses, and be more conscious of that.
I love it. And that's the same thing as part of my role. In addition, I will tell the group that it is making sure that we provide investments to the community. And by investments, I mean not just tax credits and things of that nature. It is also sponsorships and grant opportunities for our communities. And so that's the same thing, Mary, that I require of my community partners. I can't tell you the number of times that I have entrepreneurs and small business owners that want, but same in the same aspect. I'm saying, okay, let's build a relationship, let's partner, let's make this mutually beneficial. So, from your standpoint, I'm saying, ask the banks the same thing. You want my business, let's make it mutually beneficial. And so, That's my suggestion, and go from there. It is just that simple.
Hmm. Thank you, Tracy, for sharing. And I never thought about really doing an examination of the reports, and that might be something that, from a coalition point of view, that we actually take a look at some what the banks are doing, and then include that verbiage in our white papers to let them know that we see what's going on, which is the name of our coalition, the Women's Economic Equity Coalition. So we always say we see. So we're examining, we're evaluating,
Very
we see
good.
what's going on, and
Right.
as to us as taking a leadership role as entrepreneurs. So Tracy, thank you for, and I want to thank you for all you do to support. And I go way back with Tracy because she, when she was at another bank, she supported WEOP, and she was always instrumental in pulling organizations together, like WEOP, to meet and share resources and connect with each other. So Tracy, we want to commend you on what you do for women in the community, and the fact that you're even on the call, because there are a lot of times we get sponsorships and they're not involved with what we do as organization. So I commend the women that I work with that are always peeping in, sharing bits of information, and supporting women in the community. So look up Tracy and support PNC Bank.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And I thought the discussion was great because I know it's 5:37 and we did want to get an idea of like who's on the call this evening. So Inez, I think maybe we should start going around and maybe we could do an icebreaker, because as we set the tone for our future calls, get an idea of the ones we can get an idea of like who's on the call and what kind of businesses.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, when I go back to Herman's, I hope I'm saying it right. Herman said, oh, I'm busy trying to survive, hence why some of us are not aware of these things going on. And this is what makes this very important, and being part of this community, so you'll know what's going on. This is very serious. Like I've never heard about all these problems, especially being in the news, of going on with programs and funding with government things going away. So these things, big or small, will definitely help. So do we have any volunteers who wants to tell us? 60 seconds. Tell us your name, your business, where are you from, and speak. Do we have that raised hand function? Yeah, we can raise your hand at the bottom. There's that raised hand, and then we'll call upon you. Don't be shy. Go. Oh, there she is. Hermeds. Go ahead. Am I saying your name right? Unmute. Don't forget to unmute yourself. There you are.
Yes, Hermeds. Thank you.
Hermeds.
Thank you very much. Yes, so I am Herman Smith-Sosa. For those of you who don't know me, I am a CEO and founder of Ubuntu Speaks, otherwise known as Ubuntu. So my consulting firm is a leadership development, diversity, equity, inclusion, and cultural intelligence consulting firm. I work with leaders, global leaders who are seeking to do better for their multicultural workforce by receiving coaching, support, advisory, as well as training for their workforce in diversity, equity, inclusion. I also talk a lot about the importance of cultural intelligence and psychological safety in the workplace. And, you know, my background, I've been 20 plus years in global health, international development, working with government agencies as well as nonprofit. And I've realized that a lot of times people, we are in our workplace suffering silently. And then for those who decide to speak up, often are shut down. And so my role is to really work with not only the workforce, but leaders to recognize that they need to do better at the end of the day. So if you know anyone who needs any kind of services, such as what I just shared with you, please send them my way, especially now that a lot of policies are coming down to strike down diversity, equity, inclusion. I'm being forced to pivot and or highlight more of the other things. And so I'm choosing to do that globally as well.
Thank you, Herman. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Okay. Montez Diamond.
No, Montez was just speaking. So Montez, since she was our speaker, maybe we can pass a.
Oh,
maybe,
that's right. Okay, you're right. Yes.
Let's call out Asia. Okay, let's call you out. I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Yes, I was. Hi, ladies. My name is Aisha Floyd, and I had the pleasure of meeting Antoinette and Marionette at a meeting last week with the Atlanta Women's Entrepreneurship Initiative. I really enjoyed their session. It was very informative and introduced me, quite frankly, to an area of entrepreneurship that I don't have a lot of knowledge of. So I joined the community and I'm here showing up and I'm excited about that. I've been an entrepreneur for 11 years. The name of my business is CRM Tech Global. I specialize in customer relationship management planning and technology for entrepreneurs and micro enterprises. So we help you develop a plan for your customer relationship management and develop a really thorough customer journey from beginning to end, but in a circular kind of way so that it's self-fulfilling and not linear. There's a shift in the market from transaction-based ecosystems to relationship-based. CRM technology is the fastest growing technology or software sector of technology. So this is a growing industry. It's a booming industry as well. And I'm happy to be in it. And I'm in Atlanta. I'm located here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Thank you, Aisha.
I think somebody asked about dropping the links in the message, and I think that we should probably think about putting together a directory of all the businesses that are participating, so we can keep in contact with each other and see what each other is doing, and we can offer some kind of support or resources to hear about contracts. So we would definitely come up with a directory if everybody's okay with that, and so we can kind of share with each other and know how to contact each other as we grow the network. And we start working on that probably Friday of this week. What do you think, Antoinette? And
I think that's great. And I was looking at two people on the call. I know Aisha and Selena, and a company reached out to us last week, and I put the company's name in the chat, Nagaro, and they're looking for women-owned small businesses in the technology industry, IT, help support, etc. So I'm going to include my email. If either of Selena or Aisha or anybody that's on the call interested, please reach out to me at ball.a@weop.org. It's in the information. And let me know if you're interested. I can send you the presentation so you can kind of take a look at what that company's looking for. Okay, so let's finish introductions before we run out of time. Let me call out Erin. Hey, Erin, look at the smiley face, Erin. We're going to call out everybody who has the camera on first.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Erin. I am a content strategist and web strategy consultant. My business name is Blue Lioness Media and Communications, and I work with small companies to help them figure out their digital content strategy. So I want to help companies with assisting their user experience, that journey on when they reach your website, understanding what it is that you have to offer, how to connect with you through multiple platforms. So I love to focus on the website, but I do also help clients with like their social presence as well. And that's what I do.
Thank you.
Love it. That's great. What about Nafisa? You have a management company. I saw that. Dawson's Management. Tell us more about that.
Hi, how are you? Wait a minute, let me turn on my camera.
You know, Labrisha, I'm excited that you're here. Let me tell you why. We use you as case examples in our contracting class all the time.
Yes.
Anything at what you do with contracting. So in our cohort, I'm like, I highlighted you. So wow, it's a pleasure meeting you. You have been a prime example of federal contracting, and we commend you on all you do. So go ahead and let everybody know what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Okay, my name is Miss Dawson, Labricia Dawson. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a real estate broker in one regard, but in another one, I'm Dawson's Management, and we do federal government contracting. And I'm assuming she's talking about the contract we recently won with the USDA. It was like $1 billion contract. So we manage all of their portfolio across the country, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and we just re-won it for 10 years. And we manage all of their attorney network, preservation, real estate brokers. So I started just probably like most of you as a real estate agent. I'm still those things, but we've also expanded much bigger now. So thanks to places like WEOP and all of these people that think that they're not doing a beautiful job, and you are. So I appreciate all of the knowledge, every class that I've attended. You may not have even known, I've taken a lot of these webinars and I sneak in and just listen. And I continually learn, even though I have contracts, I still come back and learn. So thank you.
But did you hear what $1 billion contracts? Ladies, you hear, and those are the opportunities that you have in federal contracting. That's what Montez was talking about earlier, the 8. Now, Labricia, are you an 8A certified?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
I want to add to that. So if you have any contract opportunities, this is a network that you can come to for any subcontracting opportunities, and that's what it's all about. So anything with technology, let us know any openings you have for contractors, and we can share with our network of women who are looking for contracting opportunities.
Absolutely. I love what you all are doing. Thank you so much.
And we have another real estate person on the phone, LaDestiny. Can you introduce yourself? Because you should connect with Miss Dawson as well. Can you introduce yourself? LaDestiny? Okay, let's go on to, Anja, since you have your camera, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anya Matthews. I am the CEO of AJB Construction Group. I've been doing construction pretty much all of my life, it seems, but my background is in architecture and construction. And currently my company is provides services in construction management and program management. And I was in a good mood and excited about going through all of my certifications, and I was saving the 8A for the last certification. So 2024 goal. So I'm excited and not too excited all at once today, but I'm hoping things go well. And thank you for sharing that information, Montez. And I'm hoping I can still proceed with the application process next year.
So let's all keep our fingers crossed. Thank you so much, Anja.
Yeah.
Nafisa,
Yes.
can you introduce yourself?
Hello all, my name is Nafisa Burson, and I am a health coach. I'm also a yoga instructor, and I'm pivoting over to the IT field. So I'm here just listening. I most definitely will give Aisha a call just to see, get some ideas to see where I can take this IT thing. And I enjoy being here, and I will continue to come, learn, and sit and listen.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. How about Larry? Larry Bennett?
Hey, Larry, how you doing? He's been one of our male members for a long time. He would
Love
come to
it.
our events. So, hey, it's good to see you.
You're muted. There you go.
Okay, I'm doing better than terrific. How about you?
Oh, great.
Great. Hey, my name's Larry Bennett. I've been in business since 2005. My company is Think 50 now. We help businesses create safety plans and security plans for their businesses, schools, as well as churches. We just pivoted to show where you're going to have to start using smart technology and smart devices to kind of create safe zones to protect your businesses as well. And we use real-time data, show you how to use the real-time data. We show you how to use your videos, also your texts, and also create a safety plan and security plan for you and your businesses.
Great. Okay, anyone else? Oh, Larry, can you add your information in the chat if anyone needs to contact you?
Yes, and also we also use facial recognition. Show you how to use facial recognition with video.
Good.
All right.
Okay, Larry, I got a question for you. What kind of smart devices do you offer with your business?
We use alerts. We can give you real-time data. Let's say if you have some suspicious activities outside of your business, we can put alert to show the suspicious activity and then send it to your phone.
Okay, and that's through a camera that you have.
Yeah, through the camera, as well as we could put sensors in your business to show those spots that you don't have any type of security or you don't have anybody manning. Once the sensor go off, it will send you the video showing that suspicious activity.
Okay.
There, put your email because you may have to come in and speak at one of our networking or do a workshop for us. So put your email for some of the other ladies too if they have questions about your business. Thank you.
Will do. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Anyone else? Michelle M, are you there?
Good afternoon. My name is
Michelle
Moxham. The name of my company is Moxham Enterprises. It's an e-commerce brand focusing on computer hardware and software. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Selena Harrow. Hi, Selena.
I think her audio wasn't working. She said,
Oh, she unmuted herself. So is it working now?
We can't hear her. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Who else? Anyone else that we missed?
I think Shatiqua, we missed Shatiqua, La Destiny.
And Deidre.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies. How are y'all today?
Hey, La Destiny. She's a real estate. Hey.
Hi, I'm La Destiny Barton. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, but I've been in Atlanta about 10 years now. I'm currently in real estate. The name of my business is Print House Realty & Co. And we help buyers and sellers who are looking to purchase homes or looking to sell their home. And yes, that's what I do for the moment. And yeah, that's it. I'm multitasking, by the way, y'all, but I'm here.
Okay. Thank you.
I love it.
Inez, we need to get Shatiqua.
Yeah, Shatiqua, she's on camera.
Yes.
Hey, Shatiqua.
Hi, everybody. I am Dr. Shatiqua Hamilton. I am the owner, founder, and CEO, all of those things, of Aviation Discoveries, Inc., which is a program that teaches children about or exposes children to careers in aviation/aerospace. We do all things STEM, so it's a really fun, hands-on program. We build and launch rockets. We go on field trips. We have guest speakers. We fly drones. And that's now one of the new additions that we're adding for this year. We are trying to get a partnership with one of the high schools here to allow the high school students to get their license at 16 so that they can start working in drones. So that's what we do. I'm located in Henry County. I am the chair of the Henry County Aviation Authority. It is a new, just a new thing, period. So yeah, that's me. I'm here and I'm doing it. All things aviation. Yeah.
And you also what? A pilot?
I am. Yes, I am a pilot. So I'm not just teaching them things that I don't know. This year actually is my 20th year in aviation, even though I know I'm 25 to my children. But yeah, 20 years now. So it's something that's near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love it. And the Lord has really allowed me to grow in so many spaces within aviation. So that's me.
Okay, just let me ask. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to ask Shatita, are you, I don't know if you're here in Atlanta. I'm thinking that I got a chance to meet you.
You did, yes.
Okay, great. I'm so glad to see you. And please let everybody know that you were a flight attendant before you became a pilot. We need to know.
Definitely. Yes, ma'am. I was. So that's what exactly sparked me to want to fly. I was a flight attendant for an international airline, and it was no one like me, meaning female or brown. And so just to hear the pilots speak and to know that I had the same amount of knowledge that they did kind of encouraged me to go for it and get my license. So yay, that's right, Miss Smith.
I love that.
Yes. I have a question. Yes. So is your program, the age for your program, is it still 9 and up?
It is, girl. I got you. Call me.
Okay. Because I have a child who's constantly asking when she's going to start her class. So. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, we have another. Inez, we have another camera on. Georgia just turned her camera on.
Oh, there she is. Yes.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name? Tell us. What's your business?
Tell us your city you're in too.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Jyoti Jaswal and I'm CEO and founder of a mission-driven brand Om Sutra. I'm based in Long Island, New York. So more about my business. It's we try to bring your idea to reality and we inspire people to live life consciously, making products that's good for the people and the planet. And the mission of our company is to preserve the craft culture of my home country, India, and helping the struggling artisans, uplifting them, and making the women who are from the underrepresented community more financially independent, and making products that are good for the people and the planet, making making people to live life inspiring people to live life consciously and to live life beautifully. I'm sorry, I'm actually exhausted, not feeling too well. Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. Thank you for coming. If you can, put the name of your website or your company name so people can reach out to you.
Yeah, I was here, like I got disconnected, and so I thought, okay, let me come back again.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you came back. Thank you for joining us again.
Always a pleasure.
Inez, I think we have thank you so much, Joyta. She's been on a few WEOPs calls, and I'm always excited to hear about her business. I think let's get Deidre.
Yeah, I wanted to share one thing. Like I just remember that we got certified as a New York State MWBE. So we recently got certified as yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Love it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that is a good thing. So we can
very good.
the handmade products to the government agencies. So
Okay. On Sutra. Okay. Thank you, Jody.
Your info, so your website.
She did. Who was your is it Deidre?
Yeah, Deidre Baker.
Hi, you guys. I was not ready for the Zoom, but this is awesome. Oh my gosh. So educational. I received the email today and I had to jump on. I viewed one of you guys' conference years ago under Madam CEO. And so I've been trying to find you guys and I finally found you guys. And so I'm just excited about being a part. I am Deidre Baker. I own Miss Bling Bling Boutique. I create thermals and tumblers and blinged out shoes and stuff like that. I'm a content creator, so I went viral on TikTok and Instagram. And I just love to have fun and do things, but I'm really trying to educate myself in business and business management. And so this was very informative today. Thank you.
Okay. And you said your video went viral. When it went viral, how many?
Yes.
Did you get
so I did a blinged out baby bling set and some bougie cleaning materials. So I made baby bottles and blinged out the baby bottles and put the baby names on there with their shoes and made a set that went viral. And then I did Lysol and Febreze bling, where that went viral during COVID.
So you may have to share your secrets for going viral with our group. Maybe you can come on and share that in the.
Yes, ma'am.
Include your information in our chat so we can.
The website, because I want to purchase it. I have a baby shower. I have to attend. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Good gift. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So Inez, I think I was looking through to see if we got every. I think we got every. Did anybody else have any wanted to do, because we're almost right at the time with this great networking session. We're gonna be doing our networking call. So I think Inez, I think we got everyone. If I missed someone, if we did, let us know now. And Inez,
you're gonna share everybody's contacts, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank
you. Is this something we are doing like every week, every Wednesday?
Every week we're gonna. So Inez, I'll let you close down to let them know what the next we get every week.
Yes, we're doing this every week at 5 o'clock. We're going to be here, get together, and make sure you try to turn your cameras on. And if you tell your friends, go to the website, WEOP.org. You'll learn more about events that we have going on. So please share. Everybody's welcome to join us here and take a look and just come with ideas. And now you know this is just the beginning. We have a lot more coming up, but don't forget to join us 5 o'clock every Wednesday.